Okay guys, so in this video, you probably already read the title. So what if Naruto had Ichigo's, or was a Shinigami, or a, I forgot what you call it. A Soul Reaper, yeah, Soul Reaper. So in this type of what if, it's gonna start out when Naruto, I'm taking this idea from Anime X, not taking it, using some parts of Anime X in it, a part of Anime X's video, but yeah. I want you to like and subscribe if you like my content. It will give me motivation to make more videos like this. And yeah. And share it with a friend if they like anime what ifs or anime content in general. Don't mind that. So I'm gonna give Naruto Ichigo's Zanpakuto because I just like the way his looks. So, but I'm gonna give the name Kurama because it makes sense. It's, yeah. Oh, wait, no, crap. Act like you didn't hear what I just said. Okay, so it's gonna start off when Naruto goes to get the scroll of sealing from Mizuki, like Mizuki said to go get the scroll of sealing. So, Naruto doesn't wear his orange jumpsuit. I'm gonna just say he wears the normal, like, I forgot what they call it, what they wear in Bleach. Yeah, like that kind of like stuff. But yeah, and he gets to it and he finds a scroll with his name on it along with the scroll of sealing. He doesn't bother with the scroll of sealing. But like, so in this, Naruto is able to use, like, whatever they call it, like he can use flash step, crap like that, stuff like that. I forgot what they call it. Let me search it up. Yeah, so sorry for the wait. I'm just trying to search up what they use or what they call it. But yeah, he uses flash step. I don't know how to say most of the names because I just got finished with it, but I kind of just forgot automatically. So yeah, whenever Naruto starts reading the scroll with his name on it, he really doesn't bother with the scroll of sealing. So whenever he starts to read the one with his name on it, he reads it and it says, so it starts off by saying, "Hello, son. If you're reading this, that means we are dead." And Hiruzen, yeah, I don't cuss. I will if I need to, but I'm not going to. The douche, yeah, the douchebag hasn't raised you right or hasn't given you this scroll. I'm just saying it because it makes sense. But yeah, it said, and we're both dead, and you have gotten this scroll, or something like that. But yeah, it says to say the Yondaime Hokage's name. So he says, or to say your last name, and he says, to say your name, and he says Naruto Uzumaki, some crap like that. I'm just coming up. Or like he sees like a thing on it and then he touches it, like he touches like the seal, and this Zanpakuto comes out. This comes out. He thinks it's just like a gigantic sword. So he picks it up. I'm gonna go through all the stages Ichigo has with his Zanpakuto because I literally just like his. Well, I'm not gonna go with them like thoroughly, but yeah. I'm not gonna go like with the same stages because I don't know most of the terms. But yeah, he grabs it and this huge sword pops out. He grabs it thinking he's not able to wield it, but he picks it up. And he's like, whoa, this stuff is like weird. Like, it's weird. But yeah. And then the list continues. He says, this is a Zanpakuto, and it is able to help you, or Naruto doesn't know how to control his spiritual energy yet. So he basically just has it, and he's all like, what's this energy that... He gets it from the Shinigami, or whenever Minato does the Reaper Death Seal. And he gets it because the Shinigami, like, accidentally touched Naruto, some crap like that. I don't know how to... I'm just coming up with this randomly. But, yeah, the Shinigami, like, touched him, and he gets spiritual energy. And he senses the power, but he doesn't know what it is. And, yeah, so... I'm not gonna give his... I don't know when I'm gonna give him his name. Give the Zanpakuto's gonna realize his name. But yeah, Naruto can see spirits and stuff like that already. He can see dead people. He's all like, what's this? And then yeah, like, up until just now, like, the Zanpakuto thing. He says, this is a Zanpakuto. So you already sensed your power, right? That power is called spiritual energy. I'm gonna just say Minato was a Soul Reaper, but no one knew about it. He was like the only Soul Reaper in this world. But yeah, this is gonna be a crossover one, and I'm gonna make it dope. Gonna make this one dope. But yeah, whenever Naruto grabs his Zanpakuto, I'm gonna say his hair changes. He's gonna start to look like Ichigo, but with like black hair. Black hair or something like that. Yeah, his hair changes to black, and he starts looking like Ichigo, literally. I'm gonna just say it because I'm gonna do something in the future. But yeah, he gets this sword. He tries to pick it up. He goes to pick it up, and he picks it up, and it's surprisingly light. And then Mizuki comes here and he's like, give me the scroll. Naruto's like, no. Naruto already knows the flash step because he tried to control the energy and he put it in his feet on accident. So he does the... So this is whenever he can control it. So he looks for the same feeling of when he did it on the first time. And he does the flash step successfully, and then he hits. He literally decapitates Mizuki. And Iruka's there, and he's like, what'd you do, Naruto? Or he's like, who are you? And he says, I'm Naruto. And Iruka's like, no, you're not. Naruto has yellow hair. And he's like, oh, my hair changed for some reason. He's like, oh, okay. Because he's like, he senses it. This is Naruto. And Naruto's gonna get his hollow form from Kurama. But, yeah, it's gonna take over when he dies. Or when he's about to die. Yeah, the hollow form takes over when he's, like, about to die. It's like, I don't know. It's like Kurama's chakra thing where it, like, heals him instantly. But no, the hollow literally, like, takes over. And yeah, so yeah, Naruto becomes like a Genin. He passes the test. Well, Mizuki throws the shuriken at him, but Naruto sees it as in like slow motion. And he says, this is slow, and he like flash steps over to Mizuki and decapitates him. And then, yeah, Iruka says the same thing I said earlier. He's like, who are you, and why is Mizuki dead? And he's like, Naruto said, I'm Naruto, or the unidentified figure says, I'm Naruto. And he's like, no, you're not. Naruto has yellow hair. And he's like, I'm Naruto, and for some reason my hair changed. And I'm gonna say Naruto looks dope with black hair. He looks like Minma. He basically is Minma, but he doesn't have the Sharingan crap like that. He looks just like Minma, but he's more on the side of Ichigo. He has the black hair like Minma. But yeah, and oh. Yeah, then he's like, okay, and he gives him the headband because he basically defeated a Chunin. No normal person can do that. Well, a Chunin can defeat a Chunin, but someone who's not even a ninja yet. But yeah, Naruto uses the flash step, and it makes, like, the clone kind of after image. It's the closest he can get to a clone. And it's almost solid. It's not like the shadow clones yet. But yeah. So he walks in with this huge sword on his back. Everyone's like, what's with the sword? He's like, oh, last night I defeated Mizuki because he was trying to steal the scroll of sealing, and for some reason I opened a letter in this scroll, and I opened a scroll, and this huge sword popped out, and they're like, oh, like, what can the sword, or like, why'd the sword pop out? And he's like, I don't know. Naruto says, I don't know, and he unsheathes it, and they're all like, whoa, you can pick that up? He's like, yeah, it's big, but it's kind of lightweight. They're like, whoa, he's strong, or something like that. And then Sasuke's like, give me your sword. He's like, no, and then Sakura walks up, tries to punch him. He easily blocks it with his sword. He puts it around his back, something like that. And then and then Naruto, like, let's go with the sword. He, like, he's like, try and pick it up, and then Sasuke, he's like, gladly and thank you, and then, because Sasuke's an entitled brat, because he thinks he's better than everyone, because he's an Uchiha elite, crap like that. But yeah, Naruto got a huge speed boost. Yeah, Naruto got, like, a huge speed boost. And whenever he gets, like, a huge, it's basically Ichigo's Zanpakuto, and I'm gonna do something, like, real crazy in, like, the next. So, if you want to see another episode, and if you liked this one, let's go for, like, 10 likes? 5 likes? I'm gonna keep it simple, because I know I don't get a lot of views, or I got a lot of views earlier, but yeah, so, yeah, he tries to pick it up, he instantly, like, drops it. He's like, why is it so heavy? And he's like, I don't know, crap like that. Naruto's like, I don't know, it's easy for me to pick up. And yeah, and then Iruka walks in. He gives out the team assignments. It's Sakura and Sasuke. Naruto's, like, the same as Ichigo. I just like Ichigo in general. I like his personality. He's serious at times, but he can be a doofus. Well, what I gathered from the anime, yeah. He can be a doofus at times, but he's serious whenever it's about to go down. But yeah, Naruto, and then Kakashi walks in. He's like, what's with the sword? And then Naruto's like, oh, I got a letter. I found a scroll from my dad, and this came out when I touched the seal, and then, yeah. Naruto doesn't have the Soul Reaper form until next part, like the Geki thing, or like the human body, then like the Soul Reaper thing. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of things next part. If you do like and subscribe, I'm trying to get at least 20 subscribers if I have at least, if I'm pretty sure I have 10 subscribers, I want to at least get to 20 by next week, next Wednesday, something like that. Yeah, so yeah, and then they go up to the roof. Naruto's the same, Sasuke's the same, the emo crap. The emo, like, there's a certain person I want to kill, crap like that. Sakura looks over at Sasuke, he's like, I want to, squeals, and then blushes, starts giggling. Yeah, stuff like that. Starts giggling, and then's like, what I want to do in the future. Looks over at Sasuke, blushes more, giggling. Yeah, she's just a fangirl. But yeah, when they go on there a bunch of missions, Naruto, the bell test. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. He says, don't eat in the morning or you'll puke. Basically, Naruto doesn't have to eat because he's a Soul Reaper. They don't really have to eat. So yeah, he doesn't have to eat. But yeah, he trains, and he trains with like his flash step and his Zanpakuto. I'm gonna give him this Setio, something like Setio. Yeah, he like trains with his Zanpakuto. I'm gonna give him Setio, if you call it that, or Serio. It's spelled Cero. Yeah, so I'm gonna give him that later. And then Naruto trains. He uses his flash step. Then he puts whatever they use, their spiritual power, into like the platform thing where he can. Yeah, so Naruto gets to the bell test. He's like not tired at all. Sasuke and Sakura are tired. They're like, you weren't supposed to eat, and he said, I didn't. They're like, how? So Naruto's stamina, like endurance, speed, stuff like that, shot up whenever he got the Zanpakuto. Because I just want it that way. It's my what if. I am literally God when I'm making this. Yeah, so Kakashi comes. He's like, he explains the bell test, saying, you all go back to the academy if. And Naruto's smarter in this, because I'm gonna say he gave him an intelligence boost with the Zanpakuto, because I don't want Naruto to be dumb. Yeah, if Naruto's dumb, it basically just ruins the whole thing. So yeah, Naruto has Ichigo's Zanpakuto. It's the unsealed, or the sealed, or not released state. So they get into the battle, they all hide. Naruto wants to challenge Kakashi one-on-one. Kakashi's like, you're overconfident. He's like, I'm confident, but I have the skill to back it up. Yeah, Naruto's been training on Kinjutsu, stuff like that, until like the day they... Yeah, he's pretty good at it. Naruto's pretty good at Kinjutsu. It basically comes naturally. But yeah, yeah, Kinjutsu and crap like that basically comes naturally with Soul Reapers, I'm pretty sure. It should come naturally. Naruto fights Kakashi one-on-one. Naruto's actually pushing back Kakashi a little bit, but then Kakashi like is like going a little more serious. Naruto starts to fall back, and Kakashi tries to put Naruto in the ground. He like smacks Naruto into the ground. Naruto jumps up insanely high. Kakashi's all wondering what's he gonna do from up there. Naruto puts like the spiritual power in his feet and starts running through the air. He's all like, this isn't chakra, because he can't sense any chakra. They're all like, you can't, and then Kakashi's like, you can't use chakra to literally cling to the air. And then, yeah, Naruto then uses Flash Step to get down there real fast. Kakashi can't see this because it's literal Flash Step. It's basically teleporting. Yeah, Flash Step's literally like basically teleporting. Kakashi can't see it without his Sharingan for right now. He can't use it. He can't see it because he's not using his Sharingan. But yeah, then Naruto hits Kakashi with the Zanpakuto. And yeah, he hits him with the Zanpakuto. They get into a battle. Kakashi with the kunai. Naruto with the Zanpakuto, or unreleased state. Yeah, the one on the right isn't right now. It's the one on the left. I'm gonna give him the one on the right at a later date. I just like Ichigo Kurisaki's Zanpakuto. I just think it's really cool. Yeah, so Naruto goes to cut the string off of Kakashi's the bells, and he snips it a little bit, and they fall off. Naruto then uses Flash Step. Naruto can use Flash Step 20 times in sequence. Then he starts running low on so just like chakra, Naruto has a big pull of spiritual power. Or yeah. There's a lot. Naruto can use, a bunch of Flash Steps in sequence. He can use over 100 if he wanted to. But, yeah. Kurama can't mess up his, spiritual energy or spiritual power because it's not chakra. But yeah, this Flash Step isn't really, completed. It's not, mastered. So he can use only, 20. But when he masters it, he's able to use, 100. He's only able to use 20, and then Naruto grabs the bells. Kakashi has to pass them because Naruto basically just beat him. And then he gives the bell to, Sasuke. I'm gonna basically erase Sakura, or uselessness, from existence right here. She fails the exam. Well, because Sasuke jumped in whenever Naruto was in the ground, so it's basically teamwork. Sakura fails, has to go back to the academy. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that because I hate Sakura. She's useless. All she knows how to do is punch people and heal them. It's retarded. So, yeah. She fails. And, yeah. I don't know what the pairing's gonna be in this one. I'm gonna just say... Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't decided on a pairing. Yeah, so they do a bunch of direct missions after Naruto. After each mission, he would go and train with his Flash Step. He saw Kakashi use the body flicker in the bell test, and he tries to apply that with he tries to apply it with the Flash Step. Then he basically masters it. He calls it Flash Step because that's what it's called. And Naruto just keeps the scroll because he wants to. And then He likes the scroll. It's like something from his parents. So he keeps it. So yeah, Naruto works on his speed, strength, endurance, and he masters the flash step. He still uses raw speed because he doesn't want to use up all of his like magical, like spiritual energy all at once. So yeah, after each D rank mission, he trains crap like that. He's as strong as Kakashi. I'm just gonna say he's gonna be overpowered. Yeah, than the Land of Waves. So yeah, Naruto spots the Chunin brothers. He like can sense them because Naruto is basically a lot smarter and he's good at sensing because he's basically a sensor type ninja. Yeah. He's a sensor type ninja, so he senses them. He dispels the genjutsu. They're all like, "What the crap? How'd you sense us?" And then he like cuts them. He bleeds. They bleed out. Kakashi heals them, ties them up. Naruto ties them up. Kakashi heals them, and then he asks, who hired you and what are you doing?" And then they're all like, "Gato hired us," and crap like that. So Zabuza, that's just skip. Naruto then kills them because he's not afraid to kill people anymore. He has the courage to do it, and he still feels. So Kakashi's all like, Naruto's all like, "I'm a monster because you just killed them without." And then Kakashi's like, "You're not, because if you still feel something, you're not a monster." Yeah, something like that. So, Naruto, then they go on, and then Kakashi says duck. He brings down Tazuna, Sasuke brings down Sakura, then Naruto basically jumps up. Well, they didn't really have to duck. He's all like, duck, and then Naruto just stands there because he knows it's not going to hit him. And then Zabuza appears. Naruto can feel spiritual energy coming off of the executioner's blade. He asks himself why is spiritual energy coming off of that? He basically knows all about soul reapers and stuff like that. He's asking himself, why do I feel spiritual energy coming off of that? And then he comes up with an answer. He's like, isn't that the seven swordsmen? Isn't that like the seven swordsmen's blades? He's like, they're basically living weapons. So they have a soul. And he's like, oh, that makes sense. And then he's like, that's the executioner's blade. If it's like snapped in half, all he has to do is get the blood of his enemies on it, and it like re-heals itself. I don't know like the Japanese name for it. I'm gonna just call it the executioner's blade because I feel like it, and I don't want to go through all looking it up, stuff like that. So yeah, they fight. Naruto flash steps behind him, and he's all like, what's with this speed? He knows with normal raw speed he won't be able to. With raw speed, Zabuza would still track him, so he uses his flash step, and then he uses his flash step, and then yeah. So, I was trying to think of something. So, he uses flash step to get behind Zabuza. Zabuza thinks, what's with this speed? Naruto then slashes him across the back. They get into a battle, and then Naruto basically, he keeps on using flash step, and then he gets behind him because Zabuza's confused because he's like, is this body flicker? He's like, no, this is faster than the body flicker. And then, yeah, Naruto then decapitates Zabuza. Haku comes and he's like, you killed Zabuza-sama. And then Naruto decapitates Haku. He's like, oh, I feel bad for them. Let's bury them. He gets the Executioner's Blade, because I'm going to just say he keeps it, because he thinks it's cool. He keeps the Executioner's Blade, and he has his Zanpakuto. And then Naruto, the week thing, and then Naruto is... So, 3 days into the week, when they finish the build, before they finish the thing, Naruto enters the thing, and then his Zanpakuto is speaking to him. He's like, I will tell you, he's like, Naruto's like, I have to find out his name before, when I can, do the thing. So, yeah, Naruto then enters, his mindscape, because basically he doesn't have Kurama. Kurama's just, lower than the Zanpakuto, so he's like, he can get to the Zanpakuto. Zanpakuto's, his Zanpakuto is more important than Kurama, so, yeah. I'm trying to think of a name right now, because I haven't thought of one. Sorry for the wait, I'm still trying to think of a name. I'm not good at naming things. I'm gonna just name it Toshiro, cause I'm just, no, not Toshiro, Kushiki, yeah, Kushiki, he says, roar, Kushiki, something like that, then it brings out this one. It brings out the one on the left, and he's like, this is dope, and he has, that red thing around it. So, this is before Ichigo gets his Zanpakuto name. So, yeah, he puts it on his back, crap like that, then he meets Kurama. Kurama's taking a liking to him, because he's basically a Soul Reaper. Kurama, it's the good half of Kurama, so Kurama's not, all, stuck up. Crap like that. I'ma say, in the original anime, Naruto got the bad version. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, or something like that. So yeah, he gets and then everyone's like, what happened to your sword? Whenever he comes back, and he's all like, oh, this kind of sword is called a Zanpakuto, and it's basically a living sword. They're all like, what? And you're like, yeah, it has a sword. It's a soul. It's like a soul. But yeah, Naruto keeps it in its release state. Kuchiki, yeah, it's Kuchiki. Crap like that. Bakuya, yeah, it's Bakuya. He's like, roar Bakuya, crap like that. And he keeps it in his release state, because I'm not gonna have the same way Anime X has it, where he's all like, oh, sync with me, Kurama, crap like that. It's annoying. I'm gonna have him keep it in his released state. So yeah, Naruto has it in his release state, and then yeah, the bridge is built, and the bridge is built, stuff like that. Gato comes. Naruto basically kills all of them. And yeah. Foreshadowing. Next episode. No, I'm joking. It's okay, I'm gonna end it here. Before I leave, I want you to like and subscribe. One of my brother's friends, YouTube channel is PWR Parallel. He doesn't make like what ifs. He's more like the Among Us, stuff like that. He plays like Among Us. So if you like games, not just anime content or what ifs, you go check him out. But yeah, like and subscribe, and foreshadowing for the next episode.